Hello, hey MedFitters. We are jamming here today in our office. We are in Pandora. This is the Black Keys. But thanks for joining me. I'm gonna start in a few minutes here, but just kind of want to show you what a beautiful day. And this is actually the view from our office. So if you're not here locally, this is the Palladium. It's actually one of the rec centers here in Stapleton. A lot of people go out to work out after they have lost weight with us, and they have trained, they've lost weight, they're feeling confident about using the equipment, knowing exactly how to exercise without hurting themselves, and that's where they graduate to, and we're proud of them. So we're across the street, so we can keep an eye on them. But welcome to another episode of Facebook Live. In case you guys don't know me, I am Dr. Angela. I am the owner of MedFit Medical Weight Loss here in Denver, Colorado. I am Denver's weight loss expert. So my job is to stop the confusion. You guys, stop yo-yo dieting, okay? So stop trying the latest fad diet. Stop trying to torture yourself with these fasting, or you can't eat this, or you can only eat this on Tuesdays, or stop sort of trying to do the guesswork. Allow me, who had extra training, to lead the way. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help as many people as I can to help you lose weight. In fact, I have a really good example. I'm so excited, actually. I have a patient who has a family history of thyroid problems. And for those of you who don't know, thyroid is a gland that sits in your neck and it's control of metabolism. Now, if you have a family history of thyroid problems, you're actually at a higher risk category of developing it down the road. So for those of you who have a family history but don't actually have thyroid problems, I recommend that you get it checked at least twice a year, because if you're trying to lose weight, if you start a new diet and you're busting your butt and everybody around you is losing weight except for you, and you're like, gosh, what is wrong with me? Well, when you come to my office, I actually have news for a patient this afternoon that I'm going to see, and her thyroid is way off. And that's actually really good news. She's going to think I'm weird, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, it explains why she hasn't been able to lose weight for the last, X amount of years. I mean, she's been trying for this time, and then she was complaining that she's being tired. She felt like sometimes she was moody, but for not any apparent reason. She had some GI issues, and I'm like, this is classic for a thyroid problem. So I was like, wait a second. Before we start a program with me, we're going to check your thyroid. So I got the results today. I'm going to see her this afternoon. I'm going to tell her the good news. But anyways, that's why I'm here. I am here at your service to really, again, break you out of the weight loss maze. It's confusing. You go left and you go right and you hit a wall. You turn around, you go backwards, you go forwards, you hit another wall. And look, I've got the roadmap blueprint. So if you want to come to me, go to my website at www.denverweightlossclinic.com and set a consultation with me. There's no obligation. All I'm here is to really set the record straight on your dieting. I'm going to give you a metabolic profile. We'll talk about the labs that you specifically need based on your history, and let's just zap and break this plateau. And I can literally give you enough information for you to start losing weight walking out of my door. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you just start my program. I'm just here to roll the red carpet to get you to where you want to be. And that's just my job. That's my passion. That's what I love to do. And again, thanks for joining me. So today is actually a very important topic. So I want you guys to listen up, okay? My title of this is How to Handle the Bullies of Weight Loss. And so here's the sad truth. Yes, there are actually bullies in the adult world. Yep, you have not graduated from it, just because we're out of elementary school, middle school, and high school, and that's where we think the bullies lie, right? But hey, guess what? It actually gets worse in adulthood, but it's not so obvious. You know, when you're, you know, I'll be honest with you, okay? I was not popular when I was younger. You know, I kind of, you know, I was short. I was known as Shorty. So I kind of like, you know, just accepted that I was being called Shorty, even though it, you know, hurt my feelings, and it just sort of like, you know, kind of ruined my confidence there. But anyways, you know, again, I tried to kind of avoid, you know, being out of the crowd. I hated lunch. I don't know if you guys hated going to lunch like me, give me a like, because I had no idea who I was gonna sit with. You know, I was just trying to hope like my friend had the same lunch block so I could sit next to her, or just like I just did not want to sit by myself. And honestly, it was so funny. It wasn't until senior year, I mean like literally 12 years, where I finally was free of lunch. And guess what happened? They actually created open lunch for seniors. What did that mean? It means that I got to go home for lunch. And guess where I was at lunch? Home. Didn't want to deal with it because, you know, bullies, it's tough. And again, even into today's world. So I'm going to give you a little bit of story, and this is kind of why I decided to choose the topic for today. So believe it or not, I was actually bullied in my office here last week, okay? So again, you know, the bullies are not obvious like they were in elementary school. You know, in elementary school, you kind of knew like the tough people, and they just kind of called you names, and they just sort of like had a front. Well, in adults, it's actually subtle, because you think they're actually your friend. And then they use that friendship to poke at you a little bit more. Now, I'm not going to go into just specific details of exactly what went on, but let's just say I had a person that I knew very well who wanted me to sign up for a certain business. And I just, you know, I told her, you know, I was very truthful. Look, we had thought about it for a long time, and we took into consideration that, you know, after all this time, we decided not to move forward. And so she insisted on just, you know, creating another meeting. You know, like I want to talk to you, you know, and you know, I want 20 more minutes, and I just, you know, I kept saying no. And then it got to the point where, you know, I'll let you know, my blood pressure was probably a little up. I kind of got a little steam. And again, she wasn't like mean about it, but she was like this. All right? She was like a little bit closer to my space, both physically and emotionally, and I can tell like my heart is beating, and I'm just like thinking to myself, gosh, you know, I mean, I said no, and I can understand, you know, there are certain business people out there that they're out to sell. And I can tell the difference between selling and serving. And she got into the point where it actually became her agenda and not mine. I can appreciate if you like really want to help me, and you know, it's like positive pressure, right? You know, like it's sort of like telling your best friend, no, you have to, like, you know, look for this next job, this other, you know, this other job is making you miserable. You know, that kind of pressure is a good kind of pressure, right? It's just for, you know, for you're putting your best friend in a light of serving. You want to see them better. This situation was not. It was actually her agenda against mine. And I was gracious about, thank you very much. Your relationship means very much to me. And I said, but no is my final answer. And then she left, and you know, we may not, probably maybe not see each other again, but it made me feel really uncomfortable, made me feel really awkward, and I'll let you know, I was a little, like, you know, stressed out, but at the same time, thank goodness I said no, because I just, you know, I had a plan in place. I had something that I believed in, and she was not part of it. And I stuck to my guns, and, you know, my husband actually is involved, and I was like, you know, at the end of the day, my husband and I are a team, and we just decided that this was just not a pathway that we wanted to take. And I just decided, you know what, the way that I stood up to my own bully is because I believed in something so much that I really just kind of hung on to that. So that's what I guess the lesson is for today. And I'm telling you, I'll tell you another story, okay? And this isn't really in the weight loss world. So I have a patient who, again, is in the program, and decided to start the program, and she's doing great actually. She's lost like already like close to 20 pounds. I'm telling you, it really only took her about 6 weeks. It's pretty amazing, but again, that's the program that we offer here. But her friends dropped her. They actually stopped hanging out with her. She was the party, the center of the party. She was the one that was like, the life of the party. She was always drinking, having a good time, and she was just kind of like, the person to be with at the party. And then when we started the program, obviously she had to kind of back off on her alcohol intake, and she had to gently explain, look, she didn't go into full details, but she said, I decided that I'm going to be healthy. I really, Memorial Weekend's around the corner. I want to look good in a swimsuit, and there's just some decisions that that I'm going to make that are just not, that was the old me. I really want to be healthy. And, her kids were starting to have some trouble with their health also. So she wanted to also not only get her health in order, but she wanted to be a role model for her kids. And we had a session last week, and her friends dropped her. They stopped hanging out with her. I mean, what is that? I mean, are we literally back in high school? And so here's what's going on. People are freakish about change. And I told her that's really what happened. You finally hit the wall. You're like, I'm frustrated. I don't like how I look. My weight is just stuck. I need help. I want to be a better person. And you decided to change. But okay, guess what? Nobody around you raised their hand. They're still stuck in their own issues. Okay, so here is the overlying message. Bullies have their own issues, okay? Believe in yourself, believe in what you do, and heck, you're not like buying like baseball cards or just something. You're actually bettering yourself. So you actually stepped up in a higher level of living, and that's really what is going on. And believe it or not, there are actually people who are just at the same level as you are, and that's are the people that you want to hang out with. So that's my message with you. Don't let these bullies sort of push you around. And I'm going to give you a warning. It's actually more prevalent in adulthood than it is in childhood, because it could be your best friend, it could be your husband, your wife, your mother, your cousin, your teacher. These are the people that are actually close to you, but they have issues. And your success reminds them of their own failures. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Your success reminds them of their own failures. So when you start to actually have somebody who's kind of like a hater or a naysayer, hey, guess what? Congratulations, you are actually successful. And now you just need to hang out with more successful people who are cheering you on, not the people who think that bettering yourself is not cool. So take it from me, a kid who, I just wanted to be good in life. I didn't want to be beat up. I wasn't popular. I just kind of hung out with a crowd of people that really supported me. And but I too, even in my own office, I'm getting bullied here. But I'm here to help you break free. Okay? Take this last statement. Okay? They're gonna push you around. They're gonna drop you, and then when you're successful, they're gonna ask you, "How did you do it?" And that's gold right there. So just be patient. You're gonna be there. So all of those haters are gonna come back, and they're gonna be your raving fans, and then you get to decide if you want us to be friends with them or not. So all right, so watch out for those bullies in weight loss. It's horrible. Sometimes it's not even has anything to do with food or exercise. It's really the people that you hang out with. So make sure you're not hanging out with the wrong crowd. So all right, so before I leave, again, I have that 6-week program that's waiting for you. Again, if you start now, you still have some time to get into swimsuit shape before Memorial Weekend. Now remember, I'm not here about not about the getting you to like the Victoria's Secret model body or anything like that. You know, I'm just a normal mom. You know, I just wear swimsuits so I can hang out with my daughter Haley. You know, I want you to have confidence. I don't want you to be hanging out with like a, you know, just hanging out at home where your kids are at the pool. I just want you to be like comfortable. That's it. You know. And I tell you, 15 pounds by Memorial Weekend, that's, you know, that's worth it right there. So if you want to sign up for my six-week program, it's a Summer Slim Down program. Like I said, we've already got 10 people enrolled and they're doing phenomenal. So go to my website at www.denverweightlossclinic.com, set up a consultation. In fact, I will give you the consultation for free if you put in the comments Summer Slim Down. That's it. Easy. But I want you to enjoy a summer with your family without worrying about your body image, okay? So again, that way, you know, we're not bullied by the people who have like a certain standard. You know, let's get your confidence up. Let's get you to believe in yourself, and let's get you to enjoying life, okay? So all right, thanks for watching me, thanks for joining me, appreciate it. Catch me again live next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, but feel free to comment below. Tell me your stories about your bullies. You know, let me help you. Let's just gonna be the anti-bully campaign here, and let's rock your health, okay? I will talk to you later. See you next week.